Hello everyone. It is a last topic from general pathology. After that topic, we finished the 100% syllabus. So today's topic is brief idea about normal process of pigmentation, melanosis and jaundice. It is the 11th chapter from general pathology is disorder of pigmentation means melanosis or jaundice. It is a disorder of pigmentation. So first we are going to discuss about the brief idea about normal process of pigmentation. So here example of normal process of pigmentation, here example is a melanin. So the body pigments are heterogeneous group of substances and melanin is one of them. So melanin gives color to our skin when it is deposited normally. Means when the melanin is deposited normally, it give to color our skin, and there may be abnormal deposition of this pigment in skin, either the excess of the decrease or sometimes it may be deposited at the abnormal position. So normally melanin is yellow brown color pigment present in the skin, and it is produced by a specific type of cells called as a melanocytes, and these cells contain enzymes tyrosinase or dopa oxidase. These two enzymes are very important because these enzymes are responsible for the production of pigment, and these cells which gives rise to the melanocytes are known as a melanoblast, and this melanin formed by the melanocytes is then transferred to the basal epidermal cell of skin called as a melanophore or the chromatophore. So melanin contains sulfur, hence yellowish brown color develops. Then the formation of melanin is influenced by many hormones. The pituitary secretes the melanocyte stimulating hormone. So melanocyte stimulating hormone is also known as the MSH. Then the darkening of skin is pregnancy is due to the increase the melanosynthesis stimulating hormone activity. This produces hyperpigmentation seen on a face because of the excessive production of MSH. So generally melanocyte stimulating hormone is controlled by feedback of the pituitary gland. So ACTH. So ACTH is a adrenal cortex inhibiting MSH secretion. So ACTH is important because it is the adrenal cortex inhibit the secretion of MSH. So exposure to the sunlight and UV rays decreases the darkens the skin, and this is due to the increased formation of melanin in man. So melanin of skin provide protection against the sun reaction. When you are exposure to sun or ultraviolet rays, your skin is darkened. Why your skin is darkened? Because they provide the protection against the sun or the UV reaction. Means the darkening of skin is due to the it is actually the protection of skin from the ultraviolet rays or the sunburn. Then these are the here are the one point is a melanosis. But what is a melanosis? Melanosis is related to the melanin. So melanosis is a hyperpigmentation due to the increased amount of melanin. So there are many pathological conditions. The first one is a generalized hyperpigmentation of skin. So in generalized hyperpigmentation of skin, it is mainly due to the production of skin by cells or by fatty release of pigment from the cells, and the hyperpigmentation of skin in inner surface of cheeks and side of tongue, it is due to the it is a peculiarity of Addison's disease. What is the peculiarity? The hyperpigmentation on skin and inner surface of cheeks and side of tongue, and it is a peculiarity of Addison's disease, and this is because of adrenal gland is depressed and ACT level is decreases, as a result of which MSH production is increased by pituitary. So thus the generalized hyperpigmentation is seen due to the decrease the ACTH level. Then another pathological condition is a localized hyperpigmentation. Localized means It is caused by a heat, it is caused due to the ultraviolet rays, and it is a direct application of like X-rays, UV rays, and the melanin pigment is found in tumor cells or malignant tumors. So sometimes in malignant condition, urine may contain a melanogenic which is converted into melanin which exposed to the oxygen of air, and this condition is known as a melanuria, or this condition is also known as a phenylketonuria. So it is a second pathological condition of melanosis is localized hyperpigmentation. Third one is generalized hypopigmentation. Hypo means low. So albinism, it is the best example of a generalized hypopigmentation, and which is rarely seen and produced due to inborn error or metabolism of phenylalanine. Inborn error is a before the born. Then in this case, complete or partial lack of enzyme is dopa oxidase is important. So partial lack of enzyme in dopa oxidase. The dopa oxidase play an important role in the melanin synthesis. So there is the lack of dopa oxidase and inborn error, it is an inborn error, and in absence of this enzyme melanocyte cannot produce melanin. In this case, along with skin, hair also pigmentless, but very little pigment is found in a choroid of eye. So this is the good example. Albinism is good example of generalized hypopigmentation. And why the hypopigmentation is seen? Because of lack of enzyme is dopa oxidase, and dopa, if the absence of dopa oxidase, melanocyte cannot produce melanin. In partial albinism, the patches of non-pigmented skin are seen all over the body. This effect is permanent. This effect is not temporary. But the sunburn or exposure of sunlight, the effect is temporary because it provides the protection against the sun rays or the ultraviolet rays. So the skin become darken. This is the temporary, but the albinism is the permanent effect all our body. Then last one is a localized hypopigmentation. So it is seen in a number of conditions like scars, chronic diseases of skin. The condition is a liquefactive degeneration, and in case of fungal infection, there is a seen is a localized hypopigmentation. So leukoderma is an acquired condition of unknown causes, and it is characterized by patches without pigmentation of skin, but at the same time intervening skin may be hyperpigmented. Leukoderma, it is a best example of localized hypopigmentation. Then another one is a jaundice. Jaundice means, actually in case of jaundice, normal range of serum bilirubin is 0.3 to 1.1 mg per 100 ml of blood, or the 2.2 to 1.2 mg per 100 ml of blood. This is the normal range of the serum bilirubin. But in case of jaundice, bilirubin level reaches to 2 mg per 100 ml of blood. So it causes yellow discoloration of sclera, skin, or our mucous membrane. And when this bilirubin level reaches to 3 mg per 100 ml, it taken as a hyperbilirubinemia, and it can be produced due to hyperhemolysis as seen in hemolytic jaundice. And in such condition, liver is not capable to extract extra bilirubin, and it also produced due to the disinfectioning of hepatic cells. So due to the liver infection, it produces the extra bilirubin, and it cannot be capable to extract the extra bilirubin. So this cause behind this the death of liver cells as seen in a viral hepatitis or the obstructive jaundice. Jaundice means the the level of bilirubin reaches to the 3.3 mg per 100 ml. So it is an abnormal condition, and because of the hyperbilirubinemia, it can produce a discoloration, yellow discoloration of sclera, skin, and mucous membrane. And this condition is seen due to the liver cells, death of liver cells, or excessive or the any effect or dysfunctioning of hepatic cells. So here is a disorder of pigmentation. Jaundice is also disorder of pigmentation, and melanosis is also the disorder of pigmentation. So here our 100% syllabus from general pathology is finished. So if you have any problem regarding the all over syllabus, ask me anytime. So today I stop here. Thank you.